when they were trending toward the basement. And on their way to the top. And the Grizz will win the tip. And make no bones about it, this is the lineup that a majority of the team has been asking to at least give it a chance, give it a shot. Here's your opportunity now, the Grizz. If you can't win with this lineup, then you're out of options. You're going to have to go back to something else. Over the Pacers, who now find themselves 0-4. And there's that animation. Got the spacing and able to elevate for the dunk.
Some energy, show some life. Somebody get up and talk some trash. I mean, they're so quiet every single time. We need to see it.
I know we're just getting close to the midseason here, but this
is nobody's confident when it goes down to playing that PG role.
Authentic with 9 points. Manny with a jam. Brett with it now. D double, can't cash in, but there's Universal. Call him Fee. And he's headed to the line with a chance to add more. A scoring drought. 8 to shoot. Marley gets it to Cam, and Cam makes it a 3-point game.
That's what you need more of too. Cam on little passes like that, getting down low.
Double A steps back, and he still hasn't missed. If they come in with an archetype that doesn't have a pure sharp in the starting 5, is that besmirched? Is that frowned upon?
I mean, every single team is running a pure sharpshooter, so it's one thing to have the dual archetypes and have
maybe, I don't want to use the word character, but little less charismatic group of 6 that they drafted.
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's fair to kind of bring up. I mean, watch when Authentic plays, usually gets the ball at the top of the arc. He always drives towards that left side. Basically what he's trying to do, he's trying to bait King Cam out to open up the floor for Phenom to take the 3.
And we've seen some, chemistry issues with.
Welcome back here live to New York City inside the NBA 2K League studio. It's the halftime show powered by Alienware. And there you can see at the break, 3rd game here, 1st session. Grizz up over the Magic, 36-34. You can see the guys, a little huddle up session there, talking a little strategy down on the court. High above, Larry really feel Visu here. And if you're the Grizz, look, you wanted to get back in this thing. Look, they can't afford to go 1-4. They talked about that. We talked with Authentic African. They're trying to get back into the middle of the pack. Offensively, they've got to get better. I think they got that done. 36 points there. But little bad news, and good news if you're the Magic. You were down 33-24 with about 2 or 3 minutes left in that half. They go on a 10-3 run to close it out. Thus far, so far, we have a 2-point game. Grizz up by 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was a strong run for them. Obviously not trying to close the half on just a bad note. And I think they did a good job kind of responding. If you're looking at the Grizz, though, you can really see that it's pretty apparent that, the ball handling situation is a bit of an issue. Obviously, they're going to Authentic for a lot of situations, and they should. I mean, the guy's been perfect thus far. 8 of 8, 19 points. I mean, he's having a hell of a game thus far. I always say he has a pretty big heart. Maybe, they're going to need an even bigger game because he's kind of dragging everybody along with him. Meanwhile, over on the Magic gaming side, they're starting to kind of respond, feeling things out. I think a strong end to that quarter is exactly what they need. So going into things, I think for the Grizz, they're kind of lucky that actually winning the halftime maybe cool them off a little bit because I think Magic's starting to find their strides.
Grizz feeling a lot better. This first time they've won a quarter since like about 2 or 3 games ago. They lost the last 8 quarters. They won the first one. That's good news if you're a fan in Memphis, Dirk. Grizz up by 2, buddy.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for Magic game, we kind of talked about King Cam Royalty not having a whole lot of shots, but the second quarter was huge for him when it came down to finishing down low. And that's really what you want. When somebody's on that sharpshooting rim protector, start to put them in the post, start to make them into situations where you need that center to come out and help. Either way, it's going to be easy twos. Backdoor cuts have been something, but running the break, as you see right there with a nice lob. This Magic gaming team, they're not afraid to try to throw those alley-oops, but the big thing, Authentic African, he's at 19 points. He's having a stellar game. We talked about the little step-back move that he gets, triggering that goal to difficult shots for his build. If he's able to keep on doing that, it's going to lead to some pretty easy scores. Basically going to be cash every single time. You start to see D-double slow down because that's when the defense starts to get good. If you're Supreme Puller, all you got to do is just step onto your man, hold the right stick. that's one of the easiest defensive assignments, is guarding somebody over there towards that deep hash. You know, if they get the ball, you have that immediate pressure onto the player. But when they're getting back in transition, you're starting to see a lot more pressure from Grizz Gaming. They're at least trying to contest the shots, jumping up ones with the right builds that you kind of expect them to do. It's a solid game. It would have been big if they got a score going into the half, but they weren't. But now that momentum has kind of been stopped. It's going to be to neutral heading into half number 2.
All right, Dirk, I spoke with the Authentic African before the game. He said, look, Larry, we have to slow down the paint. We want to force them into some turnovers, and we want to force the Magic to shoot. So far, they've got a 2-point lead. Also want to make sure that we give a big shout out to Lane's son back in Memphis. He's feeling a lot better, was sick last night. Want to make sure that he's doing well. I want to say hello to he and his wife back home, and his son back home watching in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, Lane, hopefully your son is doing well. Let's go downstairs to the Intel analyst desk. Scott, Dirk. Phil's up here with me. Dirk, Scott.
I'm everywhere.
Phenom forced that one up, and it's good. And Cam takes it away. Back to Cam. Here's a dunk. Bam! Magic with the lead. Get out of the paint. He just had 3 or 4 of those. Supreme! You knew it was green when he turned around and looked at the crowd. And knocked away. Manny's got to force it up. It's a 3, and he hits it.
Shot creator archetype. If you have that one, you have more likeliness to make that shot out of any build in the game.
Yeah, he made a wild one last week. That was similar to that. I don't think he was expecting that. And Supreme can't get back to back, but there is Cam. And he'll swag out a bit in the game and out of the game. 49-48. They're over capacity down in the paint. Double A. Puts the Grizz back in front. Someone's got to stop the ball.
Yeah, it's almost like it's always the mentality what we always talk about. No threes, give them the 2 if anything.
Universal will dunk it home. 54-53. 57-54. Authentic. Nothing but nylon, and we're tied at 57. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Control. Back to Marley. One-hand jam. There's a turnover. Need to stop here. Can't afford it. Give up a 3, and they do. Authentic. Steps back, takes a 3, and hits it. Boy, do they need that, Dirk. But you do need a shot. Back to threat. And he gets the N1. Can't give up a 3. That's the only thing you can't have happen here. That's basic basketball, Dirk. I continue to tell you things that are basic basketball IQ. Can't make the shot, and the Magic will win 3 in a row.
The struggles continue for Grizz Gaming, but that's the biggest story. Magic Gaming with a big turnaround. People are wondering, okay, was it a fluke last week? Well, it definitely wasn't. But this Grizz Gaming team, I think with this lineup, definitely looked a lot more fluid. I mean, they just weren't rolling over and allowing teams to really do whatever they want. And we talk about every single quarter in this game. Great start to it, just couldn't close it out with the consistency.
Let's go downstairs to the Intel analyst desk. Scott standing by with Killer Cam, not King Cam. Scott?
Yeah, right. I mean, when you think about it, you can tell the folks when you go back to Orlando, hey, they're undefeated with me in the lineup, yo. That's really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling for sure. I mean, we want to come out, set the tone, and get a W and head back home. That's the goal every week. So.
Well, you won 3 in a row. The 2 losses actually came to Blazer 5 and Wiz, 2 of the top teams in the league. So maybe with these last 3 games, people are saying, well, maybe this Magic team's for real.
Yeah, I mean, we have the confidence. I mean, we don't need anybody to tell us that we're a good team. We feel like we're a great team. We're fortunate enough to come out and get a win today, and hopefully we can carry that on to next week.
Let's take a look at some of your highlights brought to you by Intel, your performance of the game here. And there's a lot to choose from. You guys look really good. Control had a double-double. And when you talk about yourself, you got to get an alley-oop every game, right?
You got to get an oop. I mean, you got to give the fans something to cheer about, you know. And I love the dunks. I mean, it gets me hyped every time.
Well, 2 big finishes there, and you look at your stats, 19 points, 9 of 12 from the field, and 5 rebounds. And tell you what, you can get used to sitting over here, right?
Yeah, I think I can. I mean, hopefully it works out that way. I mean, I feel like we put in a lot of work throughout the week, and we're just glad that we were able to come out and get the win today.
3 in a row. We'll find out where their seed is in the midseason tournament, but this is a team that's on the right path. Back to you guys.
Yeah, yeah. Tricky.